interested in getting it registered, an existing union can petition from the existing union that these people, they want to break away from our union. It may lead to litigation and stuff like that. Eventually, there may also be issues. So it's not going to be very easy. The best we have at hand, I think we should explore it. And the way to explore it is that whether you are in Norge, Medical and Health Workers Union, NOAP, Sautri, be committed to union activities and make sure that the interest of pharmacy is, over and above your personal interest. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, the chairman wants to add to that.
Good afternoon, distinguished colleagues. Just to give further adumbration to what the last speaker said, let me emphasize that much as it is laudable that we should have a union of ours, we should understand that it is like a coin. It has two sides. Yes, pharmacists want to have a distinct union of theirs. But the flip side of it is that in the profession of pharmacy, there's a sub-cadre called pharmacy technician cadre. How do we harmonize some of these positions such that pharmacists will belong to one union and, for instance, declare a trade dispute against government? How do we marry the interest of pharmacy technicians who will not be members of such a union? A mischievous CMD, this is very practical, we use pharmacy technicians to undermine pharmacists. And he will do it with impunity. So we need to be very careful about that. But having said that, let me also add this, that for now, I don't think it may be practical for us to be talking about a union. That is the reality on ground. The only provision, I can't remember the exact section, I think it is section 14 or 16 of the Trade Dispute Acts, which provides that the minister has powers to regroup an existing trade union to give another trade union a distinct identity. For now, government recognizes that pharmacists belong to the Nigerian Union of Allied Health Professionals, NOAP, regardless of whatever objections we might have to their modus operandi. But that is what government recognizes. Okay? The first time we did that, we got a provisional registration, like he said. That was in 2010. I think I was national secretary at that time. We got provisional registration. That provisional registration was not sustained. After about 3 to 6 months, we lost that provisional registration. As soon as the Registrar of Trade Unions at that time exited the system by way of retirement, we lost that provisional registration. Why? Because NUPTAM, led by Fanero at that time, petitioned. A time was when former Minister of Health, Professor Onyebuchichukwu, was calling us to come, that he was going to write to the Minister of Health to register us as a union. But we didn't take it because we felt it was a great gift. We were on strike at that time, and he wanted to break the ranks of the strike by calling us to say we should go and declare that we are not part of the strike. And that if we do that, he was going to write a letter in our favor so that we can get registered as a trade union. But as your chairman, I know the challenges I face getting our members to be financially committed to the cause of this association. If we transmute to a trade union, will our members be committed to the cause of the association? So we need to look at these things very objectively. It is not to be ruled by emotions and say, we want a distinct identity for pharmacists. You talked about the ASU group that was, the union that was created out of, it was out of mischief. ASU was on strike and they wanted to break their ranks. They now went and registered the Congress of National Academics or Congress of Nigerian Academics, CNA. That was what happened. When government wants to do certain things, they could do it. So that is about that. So let us be very clear-minded about some of these things and not to be ruled by emotions. Thank you.
I also need to add that the current situation, the current practice setting that we have as pharmacists, we are not the gatekeepers in most of the ministries or establishments or MDAs where we are practicing. And because we are not the gatekeepers, we don't have the leverage that can make us to have efficient industrial action. So even if we have a trade union of our own, we will still need to align with some other existing trade union. You understand? We can't boldly declare a strike that cannot be sabotaged. So if we have a union of our own, which is very costly, is very, very costly, and with situations on ground now, that's not the way to go. The way to go is wherever we are, where our interest is being met, let us be committed to that particular union and advance whatever will benefit pharmacy in that area. But if you are a non-looker and you are not participating actively, deals may be struck when you are not there that will place pharmacy at a disadvantage. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm going, please, like I said, just take note of your comments or questions. I will be coming to the other side to take your comments. This particular one is to the national chairman. One of the flagship demands of JOESU is CONHES adjustments. A lot of people have spoken about the adjustment of CONHES, why is it being delayed and all that. And I want you to take this with the CBA and job evaluation. So can you just give us updates about the CBA, job evaluation, and CONHES adjustment? Thank you.
Yes, what I can say is that it is work in progress. That's what I can tell us. I know sometime in June, myself, the national secretary, and the national treasurer, three of us were with some selected group of pharmacists at the PCN, where we had an interface with the officials of the National Income, Salaries, and Wages Commission. And a job evaluation was conducted. We interacted with them. We filled the necessary documents and questionnaires. And then since then, we have continued to follow up. I may not say everything we do here. I may not say everything we do. But all I can assure you is that it is work in progress. The CBA is also ongoing. For reasons of strategy, we may not talk about them here. But I know it is work in progress. And the intent is to ensure that we collectively resolve the problems or the recurring problems in the Nigerian health sector together to the appeasement of a substantial group of health workers. That I can tell you. Everybody may not be satisfied, but at least a greater majority of health workers will be satisfied with its outcome. It is, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm going to the PCN now. Yes, there is this concerns from pharmacists that private hospitals